very well-known storyteller from Amar Chitra Katha. Warm welcome to you, sir. My hearty welcome to Ma'am Rama Venkatesh, Head of Academic Department of SSRVM Trust, who dreams and aspires to give finest learning experiences to all the students. Very warm welcome to you, ma'am. Gracious welcome to Ma'am Jayashi Murli, social worker and storyteller. She is passionate not only about book storytelling, but she's also an avid reader. She is the inspiring force behind the SSRVM Literary Festival. Warm welcome to Sir Samir Kapadia, a passionate reader and storyteller. He has put in a lot of effort to make the festival happen. Now I would like to invite Sir Prateek Dhruva to a session.
Thank you so much, Anshika, and all the rest of y'all. Thank you so much for introducing me and for that wonderful warm welcome. Welcome everyone to the Lit Fest at SSRVM. Right, my name is Prateek, and I work with Amar Chitra Katha, and we have a whole host of really fun stuff which we have planned as part of the wonderful world of Amar Chitra Katha. Right. So to tell you all a little bit about Amar Chitra Katha, for some of y'all who may not know, Amar Chitra Katha is basically a storytelling company, right? We like to tell stories in many different ways, right? Like the way I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be telling you stories across Zoom or online, right? Where we'll be doing a live storytelling, or whether it is comics or illustrated books via Amar Chitra Katha and Tinkle. Right, so we love telling stories, and that is what the world of Amar Chitra Katha is about stories, storytelling. How do we write stories? How do we create stories? And so much more. So today, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be telling you all two stories, right? We are going to be having a small quiz based on those stories, and we'll be making a really fun new type of boat. Right, this is what we call a steamboat or a yacht, right? One of the two. So we're going to learn how to make this, and if you want to learn how to make one more, if you have some time, we can learn how to make maybe one more type of boat, right? Which could be there. So we'll see how much time we have, and basis that we will actually do some really fun stuff. After that, we have a really special giveaway for everyone who's watching, whether y'all are here or y'all are on Facebook or wherever y'all are watching. There is a special giveaway for all of y'all, which is a 7-day free subscription for the Amar Chitra Katha app, right? And I will take you through how the Amar Chitra Katha app works and what you need to do for y'all to be able to have access to all the stories that are there in Amar Chitra Katha, right? At Amar Chitra Katha, we do stories of history and we do stories of mythology, right? And so today I'm going to be doing one story from each, right? We'll be doing one story from history and we will do one story from mythology, right? Now, because this is basically for the instructions I'm going to give next are for people who are in the Zoom session with us, right? So a lot of y'all have your cameras on, some of y'all don't have it on, that's perfectly fine. But I'm going to be, I won't be able to hear y'all, right? Because y'all are going to be all on mute. So we have some hand signals. Yeah. So if you want to say yes, you're going to give me a thumbs up. Can everyone give me a thumbs up quickly? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Y'all can, people who are watching at home, y'all can also do this. Next, if y'all want to say no, you'll have to give me a thumbs down. Come on, come on, come on. Show me a thumbs down. Show me a thumbs down. Thumbs down, twiddle, 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 twiddle. And if you're super excited, I want y'all to give me 2 dancing thumbs ups. Right? 2 dancing thumbs ups. Excellent. Lovely. Now, last but not the least, I have one last thing to ask of y'all is that when we do something, right? Or when we want to applaud something, we generally do a clap like this, right? Can everyone show me how they clap? Right? Yeah, that doesn't look like a lot of fun on screen, right? So we have something which we call the silent clap, right? Which we do instead. So the silent clap goes something like this. Can you all do this with me? Like this, like this, like this. Yeah, there we go. Doesn't that look like so much fun on the screen? Imagine getting a clap like this on the screen. Yes, excellent. Lovely, everyone. All right. So today, the first story that I'm going to do is going to be a story about India's Navy, right? But it's not about the Navy today, right? It's about how the Indian Navy or how India has such a deep and amazing relationship with the sea, with rivers, with boats, right? And how we have explored the world using boats way back, right? Before a lot of other countries were doing it. So, are you ready for the story? All right, I'm going to try to be a little louder. There is someone who has written to me saying, can you be a little louder? I'm going to try. I hope this is better. All right, so I'm going to share my screen and we are going to be looking at our story. Can everyone see the screen? Yes, 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 yes.
Yes,
Can you give me a
sir.
thumbs up if you can see it?
Yes, sir.
Excellent, lovely. All right, so millions and millions and millions and millions of years ago, right? The continents that we have today, continents are basically big land masses, right? Big pieces of land, like there is Asia, there is Europe, there is North America, there is South America, there is Australia, there is Antarctica, right? So all of these are continents. But before all of these continents came to be, right, millions of years ago, there was just one continent, right? There was just one continent, and that was called Pangaea, right? It was a giant continent made up of all of the continents in one, as you can see over here. Can you all see this? Right? So I'm just going to zoom in. There we go. So that was Pangaea. Now, over the years, right, over many years, all these pieces started breaking away, breaking, and they started creating different types of places. They started creating different types of continents. But do you know that Earth is 71% water? Right? Earth at that point of time was 70%, 78, 71% of water. Right? So all the continents, everything else that is there is just about a small fraction, a small part of the entire world is not water. That is land where we live. Yeah. So all of this happened. And one day, one fateful day, there was a small piece of land, which is not very small actually, quite a big piece of land, which went and crashed into Asia. And over millions of years, it kept pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And when land masses, right, if you imagine this as land masses, when land masses start pushing, the land starts becoming higher and higher and higher and higher. And that is how mountains are formed. So this landmass, which was created, gave rise to the Himalayas. And that is how the Himalayas were formed. Now, this meant that in India, 3 sides of India were covered with water. Also, did you all know that India is the only country in the entire world which has an ocean named after it, the Indian Ocean? All the rest of the oceans are named various things: Atlantic, Pacific, Arctic, right? These are the different types of oceans that are there. But the Indian Ocean is the only one which is named after a country. Now, because the Indian Ocean surrounded us on 3 sides, right? Because the ocean surrounded our water surrounded us on 3 sides, we were forced to actually create boats, right? And to start trading with other countries and with other regions via the sea. And so we used to fish in the ocean, right? We used to go and fish in the ocean. We used to trade, right? Build huge ships and trade all the way to Arabia, to Africa, and even all the way on the southeast. So we used to go to Indonesia, all of these countries we used to trade with. And one of the first civilizations in India to trade with different countries was the Harappan civilization. Have you all heard of the Harappan civilization? Yeah? Can you all hear me? Is my voice still this? Can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? Is my voice still this thing? Because I'm still getting some comments saying that my voice is a little low, right?
Sir, your voice is normal only.
All right, perfect. Thank you for that. So, at this time, there was a Harappan civilization. Have you heard of Harappan civilization? It's also called the Indus Valley civilization, right? This is one of the first big civilizations in India, right? Not only this is like in 6,000 years ago, right? We are in 2021 right now, right? So this is 6,000 years before 2021 when this Harappan civilization existed, right? So they had created cities, they had created boats, they had created canals, they had created rivers, they had done so much. And as you can see, they had gone all the way inside India, and they were in the north of India, right? And they used to travel and they used to try and trade with as many people as they could, right? And they created a new type of deep sea fishing hooks. They used to trade for metal. They used to trade for spices like salt and various other things, right? Now, after all of this, this was on one side of the world, right? This was on one side of the world, which is on the western side. On the eastern side, where today we have Odisha and Bengal, there was something called the Kalinga Kingdom, right? The Kalinga Kingdom was one of the biggest kingdoms before Ashoka, which was very powerful and very strong. And Kalinga merchants, right? Merchants from Kalinga used to travel all over Southeast Asia. They used to go to Burma, they used to go to Indonesia, they used to go to what is called Singapore today, and they used to go everywhere to come and to go and trade with different places. And that is how people started going to the sea, right? People went across the sea because they wanted to trade with other people. We had certain things and they had certain things. So we would give them our things and we would take things from them, which we required. So for example, if we had lots of salt and they had lots of sugar, then we would give them some of our salt and they would give us some of their sugar. And we would carry all of these things across the oceans, right? Across the seas and across the oceans, we used to carry all of these things and go and explore new lands. But not only that, apparently the first king, it is believed that the first king of Sri Lanka is said to be someone who was from the Kalinga Empire. So Kalinga used to export everything, not just textiles, which is like cloth, or pearls and gems and other types of spices, but India also exported elephants. We had so many elephants at that point of time that other countries used to want some of these elephants. And these elephants used to be put onto big boats and taken all the way across to other countries because they didn't have any elephants. So we used to actually take and trade in elephants. That is crazy, right? And finally, like and India's fascination with the ocean, India's amazingness with the ocean is not only in history but also in mythology. We have the Samudra Manthan, right, which was the churning of the ocean, where the Amrut, right, was created. Was the Amrit was taken out, the nectar of immortality, the Amrut, the sweet nectar of the gods came out from the seas, right? Also, there is a very famous saying which is from the Vedas, right? Which is from the Upanishads, sorry, not from the Vedas, from the Upanishads, which calls out to Lord Varuna. It's called Samano Varuna, right? Samano Varuna. In short, it says, may the ocean god bless us. And that is the motto or the chant of the Indian Navy today. The Indian Navy still uses that particular chant where they want to be blessed by the ocean gods of Varuna, which is there. Right? So, this was a little bit about the history of the India's relationship with the sea. Right, the way we have actually gone to the oceans so long ago, right? We have gone to the oceans so long ago that this is something that we have actually we've not just done now, like it's not just we are in the oceans now, but we have been in the oceans for a long time. Now, my second story, right? My second story is also something to do with water. Right? It's also something to do with water, but it is from the epics, from mythology. And this story is about Bal Krishna. Right? Do you all know who Bal Krishna is? Yes? 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 Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Excellent. Lovely. But before we go on to that story, I have a small little quiz for you. Okay, based on the story which we did earlier, based on the India's relationship with the ocean story which we did, I'm going to ask you all 3 questions. Okay, each of these questions I'm going to give you all 3 options. If the answer is option number 1, you'll show me 1 finger. Can you show me 1 finger? 1 finger, 1 finger, 1 finger, 1 finger. 1 finger. Excellent. If the answer is option number 2, you'll show me 2 fingers. And if the answer is option number 3, you show me 10 fingers. No, 3 fingers, right? If the answer is option number 3, you'll show me 3 fingers. Yes, is that okay? Thumbs up. Lovely. All right. So question number 1. Are you all ready? Yes. Question number 1. Millions and millions and millions of years ago, when all the continents were one big continent, what was that continent called? Is it 1, Pangaea? Is it 2, Rangia? Or is it 3, Pangaea? I can see a lot of people showing me option number 1. And the correct answer is option number 1. Give yourself a round of applause. The landmass was called Pangaea. Give yourself a round of applause. Come on. Give yourselves a round of applause. Excellent. Lovely. All right. Let's move on to our second question. In the story, we spoke about a civilization called the Harappan Civilization, right? Or the Indus Valley Civilization, because they were around the Indus River, right? The valley that Indus River created, they used to live over there. How many years ago, approximately, was that civilization, did that civilization exist? How long ago? Is it 1, 2,000 years? Is it 2, 4,000 years? Or is it 3, 6,000 years? How many years ago did the Harappan civilization exist? Right? When was it formed? When were they? This thing. Okay, I can see a lot of people are putting up option number 3, which is 6,000 years ago. And that is absolutely correct. It is option number 3. That is 6,000 years. Give yourselves a round of applause. You all were listening very carefully. Wow. Well done. All right. And now I come down to my last question for this story. Okay. Yes, this is a fun question. The question is that the Kalinga Empire, right, used to trade in many things. Okay, they used to trade in many things like cloth and pearls and gems and spices. But there was one unique thing, one very unique item that they traded in. Yeah, which I told you all. One very unique item which they traded in. What was that unique item? Was it one, lions? Was it two, paintings? Or was it three, elephants? Absolutely correct. It is elephants. Well done. Give yourselves a round of applause. Super job, guys. Super job, guys and girls. All right, so you're all listening very carefully. I can see that. Well done. Now, let's move on to our second story. All right, are you all ready for the second story? Yes. Dancing thumbs up, dancing thumbs up, dancing thumbs up, dancing thumbs up. Well done. Okay. Second story. Second story is a very fun story, like the first one, which is called Krishna and Kalinga. Now, this is a very dramatic story. The first one was about a lot of information. You know this one?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Okay, so now you can hear my version of it. Yeah. All right. So, our story is called Krishna and Kalinga. This particular story is part of the ACK Junior Collection or the Amar Chitra Katha Junior Collection. It has been written by Vijita Mukherjee, and the illustrations of the drawings are by Durgesh Velhar. So, let's start. Now, Krishna and his big brother Balram were playing near the river Yamuna with their friends Mana, Shridama, and Sukha. This is the best way to spend an afternoon, said Krishna as he caught the ball from Balram. Krishna threw the ball. Oops, Mana missed it, and the ball went flying into a thorny bush. Mana has to fetch the ball, Mana has to find it. Na 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 na, shouted Krishna, jumping up and down. Mana looked at the thorny bush. But Krishna, why me? You threw the ball. Why do I have to get it? That is the rule of the game. You miss the catch, you fetch the ball, grinned Krishna. Oh, well, said Mana as he started to search in the bushes. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Balram looked at the sun and realized that it was almost sunset time. Right? So he said, all right, everyone, all right. It's time we go home. It's almost sunset. It's going to get dark very soon. So Mana quickly found the ball. Right? Mana quickly found the ball. And they all started going home. And their home was in a village called Brindavan. Sukha was very happy. They had played all day and they were really happy through the entire day. And he said, I love this place, Sukha said. But what they did not notice was a dark shape that was behind a bush. Yes, I love this place too, whispered a cold voice. Now, this is my house. Who do you think it was? It was a terrible, many-headed snake that slithered silently towards the river. It was Kalia, the Serpent King. Kalia had so much venom, so much poison in him that the grass that he slid on dried up and became black. His flaming eyes flashed round and looked around to find a house for himself as his family of many snakes, big and small, followed him. The snake slithered across the land and slid into the deep blue water of the Yamuna. Once they did that, everything began to change. First, the river, which was a bright, clean blue-green, started becoming a dirty green-black. And then it began to bubble with poison. And not just that, a horrible smell started coming into the air from the water. It was disgusting. Gasped the koyal who stayed on a tree nearby. I can't do this. I can't breathe in this air. Having said that, she flew away as fast as she could flap her wings. Even the people and the kadamba trees started to die. The eastern bank of the river started to dry up. It was brown. Nothing was growing there. The beautiful green grass had all withered away. The trees had all began to dry. All the animals that lived over there went away from there. It was a terrible sight. And it was not long before the news reached Vrindavan. Nanda, who was Krishna and Balram's father, was also the village chief. He called everyone together of the village, everyone in the village, he called them together and said, everyone, listen. Shh. The river is poisoned. It is not safe anymore. Don't use the water. And Krishna, I'm looking at you. Don't take the cows to graze or drink from there either. He said that last part, looking at Krishna and Shridama, who used to take the cows for drinking water and feeding near the river. Krishna just smiled and he whispered to Shridama saying, listen, that gives us more free time. Meet me near the Kadamba tree at the river. I'll get a new ball and we can all play together. But Krishna, before Shridama could say anything, Krishna had run off. A little while later, all the boys made it carefully to the riverbank. And Krishna was waiting for them. Krishna, this place gives me the creeps. I don't like it. Let's play somewhere else. No. Shridama said, looking at the dark water and the smell and all the dead trees. Yo, I don't like it one bit also, said Sukha. Come on, guys, yelled Krishna. Smiled Krishna. Now that we are here, let's play for a little while. Then we'll go back. Okay, fine. Throw the ball. And they started playing. And unfortunately, they got too close to the river. They were tossing the ball to one another. They were catching it and they were throwing it and they were catching it. And Mana suddenly threw the ball towards Krishna and Krishna didn't recognize it. Krishna missed the catch and the ball fell straight into the Yamuna river. The water bubbled and hissed as the ball sank and vanished into the river. Krishna, began Mana. I know, I missed the catch. I have to fetch the ball, laughed Krishna. And before the boys could say anything, Krishna had dived straight into the river. Krishna! Shouted Mana, running up and down the bank of the river. What shall we do now? Krishna's gone into the river. How will he come out? What are we going to do? Shridama and Mana started panicking. Balram said, calm down, everyone. Calm down. Go, three of you all go and tell my father, I'll wait here in case Krishna comes out. The three boys ran towards the village as fast as they could, while Balram just sat down and smiled. And he thought to himself, if I know my brother, I can guess the end of this adventure. Meanwhile, Krishna kept going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into the river. And it was a strange world down there, filled with snakes, big snakes and small snakes, fat snakes and thin snakes, snakes everywhere you could see. And right in the middle of the river slept the great snake, Kalia, with the ball in his coils. Krishna swam up to him. So, you threw this ball here and spoilt my sleep, murmured Kalia, looking at Krishna through half-open eyes. And then he lazily lifted Krishna up in his coils, opened his mouth and said, "Snack time!" Krishna just smiled and shrugged his shoulders. The coil slipped off of him and hit the riverbed. Thunk! Kalia's red eyes opened wide in surprise. This had never happened to him before. So, you think you are smart, silly human? Kalia hissed as he caught Krishna in his coils tightly this time. Nothing escapes my coils. There were little snakes who were watching from the side. He hasn't the smallest chance, whispered a little snake who was watching. A king will surely swallow up this boy and then we will get to eat him too. But do you think Krishna got eaten? Yes or no? No, of course not. Because Krishna just shrugged his shoulders again and slipped out of Kalia's coils. And he dived towards the left. Swish! Kalia whirled after him to the left and flicked his tail. But Krishna wasn't there. Krishna had jumped to the right. Kalia lunged for Krishna again. But Krishna wasn't there either. Where is he? Hissed the snake angrily. Round and round the river bed, Kalia turns his many heads, swimming left and then to the right, trying to keep Krishna in sight. Blowing bubbles at baby snakes. Such funny faces Krishna makes. Kalia swings his mighty tail. He's way off mark. He's missed again. Looking for something? Grinned Krishna, standing near Kalia's tail playing with the ball. Look, I'm right here. And the chase went on. Krishna went left, Kalia went left, but Krishna wasn't there. So Krishna swam right, Kalia swam right, but Krishna wasn't there. Krishna went up and then Krishna went down. And all of this was making Kalia very dizzy. Face me if you dare, you are making me dizzy. And stop dancing. Dancing? That's a great idea. I haven't even started dancing yet, Krishna said. And in a single jump, Krishna jumped and landed on Kalia's hood. And then he started to dance. A wild and beautiful dance as all the snakes watched in fear, and Krishna jumped from hood to hood to hood dancing. Stop, 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 that hurts. Kalia's wives all begged Krishna, oh, please, please, please leave him. Please leave him. We will do whatever you say. Go away from the Yamuna forever, Krishna said in a stern and deep voice. But, where shall we go? Asked the snakes. Krishna thought for a second and said, go to Ramnaka, the snake kingdom. You'll be happy over there. Yes, yes, Krishna, we will do that. Yes. Now, quick. Take me up to the surface. My mom will be very worried. And Krishna was right. His mother, Yashoda, was very worried. All the villagers had gathered together and they were preparing how to dive into the river to rescue Krishna. When suddenly, from the water came Krishna and Kalia. Krishna stood on the serpent's head, playing his flute and smiling his charming smile. What a sight it was! All the villagers gasped. What's happening? Kalia gently lowered Krishna down onto the riverbank. And then, with his entire big family, Kalia left the Yamuna forever. Slowly, but immediately, the water, which was a dirty green-black, started becoming blue again. The birds started coming back, the air cleared up, and they could see a little bit of green grass starting to grow. Yashoda just knelt down and hugged Krishna. Krishna, what were you thinking? How could you do this? But Krishna, he had a ball in his hand and he looked over at Mana over his mother's shoulder as he held up the ball and said, Hey, Mana, I missed the catch. I fetched the ball. Catch. And all the friends started playing once again. And the river and the village was safe once again. The end. Did you like the story? Yes, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes. All right. Okay. So now, as we did with the previous story, let's have a small quiz to see how many of you all were listening carefully. Okay. Again, I'm going to ask you all 3 questions. Yeah. And I'm going to give you all 3 options for each of the questions. And you'll have to give me answers. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Are you ready? Yes. Lovely. Question number 1. What was the name of Krishna's brother? What is the name of Krishna's brother? Was it 1, Sukha? Was it 2, Balram? Or was it 3, Mana? Come on, I can see a lot of y'all giving me the correct answer, and the correct answer is option number 2, Balram. Well done. Give yourselves a round of applause. Super job. All right, question number 2. Are you ready? Yes, okay. Question number 2 is, in the second half of the story, Krishna jumped into the river. Right? Krishna jumped into the river after the ball. But who had thrown the ball that Krishna missed the catch? Who had thrown the ball that Krishna missed the catch? Was it 1, Sridama? Was it 2, Balram? Or was it 3, Mana? Who threw the ball that Krishna missed the catch and therefore dived into the river to go and get the ball? I can see option number 1 is Sridama, option number 2 is Balram, and option number 3 is Mana. And I can see all of you all giving me the correct answer. The correct answer is option number 3, Mana. Give yourselves a round of applause. Woo! You were listening. Okay. Now. This is a difficult question. Okay? This is a very difficult question. Only those who are listening very carefully will know the answer to this question. Yeah? What was the name of Krishna's mother? Was it 1, Surekha? Was it 2, Yashoda? Or was it 3, Rukmini? So fast, everyone gave me an answer. Well done. That is absolutely correct. It is option number 2, Yashoda. Well done. Give yourselves a round of applause. And because you'll have answered the question so perfectly, I'm going to ask you all one bonus question. Okay? One bonus question. The bonus question is, in the story, which river were we talking about? Where did this entire story happen? In which river did this entire story happen? Did it happen in 1, the Ganga River? Did it happen in 2, the Yamuna River? Or did it happen in 3, the Indus River? And all of y'all are absolutely correct. It is option number 2, the river Yamuna. Well done. Give yourselves a round of applause. Give yourselves a round of applause. You all were listening very carefully. Super. All right, now, are you excited? You have to make a small ship. Whee! So, if everyone can get out a piece of paper, if you'll have a square paper, that is perfect. Right? If you'll have a square paper, that is perfect. If you don't have a square paper, y'all can take a A4 size paper and make it into a square. Okay? I'm going to put my this thing down. Yeah, so I hope y'all can all see. This is white on white. It may not be clear, but get your papers and be ready. Get your papers and be ready. And is everyone ready with their papers? Can you all give me a thumbs up if you're ready with your paper? Excellent. Okay. So if you don't have a square paper, right? Ideally, we require a square paper, but if you don't have a square paper, you can make it out of a A4 paper. Yeah, just cut out a square from an A4 paper. Yeah, the way you do that is simple. We make a triangle instead. So we take the A4 paper, we take one side and we fold it so that this side is perfectly aligned. Okay, is perfectly in line. Yeah, so as you can see, it's good, it's well in line. And then you can fold it like this. Fold it like this. Yeah. And now you have this extra piece which is left over here. You can use a scissor, be safe, right? You can use a scissor. Though I don't like to use the scissor a lot of times for this, but you can just cut this piece off. All right. Scissor gives a nice neat cut. My cut is not very neat right now, but that's how you can get a square from a rectangular paper. Okay. But for the purposes of our workshop, I am going to use this blue paper. All right. Yes. All right. Now, this is a very simple boat to make, right? Yeah, don't worry. I'm going to use a different colored paper, right? I might just use something a little more brighter, like this. Can you all see this more clearly? Yes? Yes? Okay, fine. You can use this. You can use any paper that you'll have. There is no color restriction. I'm using this color because you can see it better on the white. All right, you can see it better on the white. Now, the first thing you're going to do on your boat, right, is keep it square like this. Take one corner and fold it into half. Okay, fold it into half. Make the half nice and this thing. Next, open it. Right, now you folded it like this. Next, you're going to fold it like this. The other side. All right. You're going to fold it on the other side and you're going to open it up. So now these are called diagonals of a square. Okay, so we are going to create these two lines which are going from point to point.
Sir, you are muted.
Okay, could you all hear me in the previous thing?
No, sir.
Could you all hear me when I told you all to make a triangle like this? Yes. And then, so, okay. So here we go. Now, this, we make a triangle like this first, right? And we create this diagonal. Next, we create the opposite diagonal. Okay. We take this point, top left to bottom right, and top right to bottom left. Okay. Now, when we open it up, we will get this one line and we will get this one line. Can you see the line? Thumbs up. Yes. All right. Now I want you to make it into a diamond shape. Okay. Pointy side up. Right now we had a plain side up. I want you all to make it pointy side up. Now take this top point, which is there, the top point, which is there, and fold this triangle in half towards the middle of the paper. So you have this section over here, this line over here, which you have. Okay. I want you to take the top triangle and fold it into half. Not all the way over here, but just over here. Okay. Like this. I'm going to show you sideways like this. Yeah. Is everyone done with that? Yes. Okay. Next, we are going to fold. We are going to leave just a little bit of space on the top. We're going to leave just a little bit of space on the top. And we're going to fold this back up like this. Right? We're going to leave a little bit of space on the top. And we're going to fold this back up like this. Okay. So we first, it was like this, open. Then we folded it to the center. After which we left a little bit of space on the top and we folded the triangle back up. And now we're going to do the last fold, which is take that tip of the triangle that we have over here, this little tip of the triangle that we have over here, and again fold it down a little bit. All right, so we take the tip of the triangle over here, the tip of the triangle is like this, and we fold it down a little bit. All right, the paper should look something like this. Very good, everyone. Super job. Excellent. Okay. Next. Now, this is where it will start getting a little tricky. So I need you all to listen first and then you all can do the this thing. Okay. Now, with the pointy side up, I want you to fold this entire thing inside. Right? I want you all to fold this, match tip point to tip point. Right? It should look something like this. Yes? Okay, excellent. I think most of you will have gotten it. Okay. Now this is where it gets, next two steps are a little tricky. So I want you all to first listen and then do it. Okay. Yeah. I want you all to first listen and then do it. So I want you all to keep this part, the top part, right, at the top. The bottom part over here, I want you all to keep it flat towards yourselves. Okay, flat towards yourself. And what we're going to do is we are going to take just a little bit. I'm going to show it to you like this, just a little bit over here and fold it up like this. Okay, so keep the top part, which is this section, this part on the top. Keep the bottom flat towards you, right? And then we are going to fold this upwards. Yeah, from the side it looks like this. So we are keeping this over here and we're going to fold this upwards. Now, it has technically started looking like the boat that we needed to look like, but there are still 2 more steps. So this, now turn it around and fold it on the opposite side along that same line. Okay, so you folded it upwards on one side, on the same line, fold it on the opposite side. Yeah, it should now look something like this. Very good. Excellent, excellent. Okay, now this is the trickiest step of the entire thing. Okay, trickiest step. What you're going to do is I'm going to open it out again like this, keep it straight. Open the entire thing. Okay, you should have a line here, you should have a line over here. Yes? Keep this flat on the ground for this step. Okay, you should have this little triangle over here. And on top, over here, there should be a little line which goes between that triangle to the tip. Yeah? What we're going to do is we are going to push this line, only this one small line in the middle. Okay, this top line which is there, only that line. We're going to push that line up and fold it the opposite direction. Okay, it has to get folded like this. So this will go here, this is here. This has to get folded in the opposite direction. Okay, so it goes like this. Now, instead of keeping it with this side up, with the open side up, we're going to turn it around. Okay, we're going to turn it around. We're going to pinch this side so that it goes up. We're going to push this side down and try to get it like this. This, pinch, up. Pinch, up. Pinch, up. Okay? Try it out, try it out, try it out. Yeah? So you'll have made this, you'll have turned this, you'll have done all of these steps you'll have done. Okay? Now we open it. We put it flat, we turn it around so that this open portion is at the bottom. Okay? Open portion at the bottom. Tip is over here. Head is over here. We pinch the head, pinch the head, pinch the head, push this part down, right? So you pinch the head and you push this part down. It should become like a little thing over here. Very good. Now, once you'll have done that, fold it so that it becomes a nice boat. Yes. Well done. I can see a lot of y'all have managed to do this. Well done, guys. Can I show it once again? Do you want me to show that last part once again? Yes? Okay, fine. I'll show you all once again, no problem. So, we've gotten to this step. This step is fine. Yes? Now we fold it into half. Right? So we get something like this. Yeah. Next, we keep the flat portion bottom towards us, the head portion on the top, and we fold a little rectangle over here so that it starts looking like the boat. Yeah. Now, if you are having difficulty with the last step, right, what you all can do is get to this step, put some glue inside over here, stick it over here, and you will have a boat for yourself anyways. Okay, you can have a boat for yourself anyways. But to make it self-sufficient without glue, right? Without glue, what you can do is fold it up this way, fold it down this way. Yeah. Now open it so that the open section, this section is on top, and then turn it around. Yeah. Now you have the head on one side, and you have the point on the other side. Yeah, so what we do is we take the head, we pinch the head, and we one finger underneath, one finger on top, twist it up. Okay, you pinch the head, all of it will come up, one finger underneath, one finger on top, and we twist the top. All right, then we press, lift it up, and close this. Yes? Have you all gotten this? All right, lovely everyone. That is fantastic. Super job. I can see a lot of y'all have gotten it. Well done. That's amazing. Now, last but not the least, right? Last but not the least, create windows. Yeah, y'all don't have to do it right now. Y'all can do it later after we are done with the sessions. After you are done today, y'all can make little windows. Y'all can color the tip a little differently. Y'all can create little portholes on the side, right? And y'all can draw some people who are chilling on this boat. Yeah. All right, can y'all give yourselves a round of applause for making such a wonderful boat? Excellent job. Now, before I leave, I have one last. I told y'all I have a small surprise for y'all, right? And that is that everyone over here will be getting a 7-day access to the Amar Chitra Katha app, right? And the Amar Chitra Katha digital website where you can read all the comics of Amar Chitra Katha, right? अब सबको मिलने वाला है access, 7 दिन के लिए access मिलने वाला है सबको, right? So y'all are all going to be able to read all the comics for those 7 days. Y'all can read as much as y'all want. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, in the chat window, right? In the chat window, what I will do is I will put the how to get that access. Okay, how to get that access. So you have to use a link, one link and one code. Okay, so I will write it over here. There is a link called http / bit.ly ACK 7 days, right? There is a link and there is a code which you can use. What I will do is I will show you how the link and the code work, right? Just a second. Where is it gone? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen quickly. Just for a second, I'll share my screen. Okay, so when I click on that link, right? When I click on that link, something like this will open, and I'm showing it to y'all.
Sir, hello?
Yeah, it'll open like this.
Hello?
Yeah.
Sir, I could not go with you for the craft. Can you show the craft again slowly?
I think we're going to run out of time, right? What I can do is I'll leave that to the deferment of ma'am. I will leave that to you. Would you like? Do we have enough time for me to go through it once again? All right. Anyways, what we'll do is if we have
Yes,
the time,
sir, you can go ahead, sir.
I can go ahead with one more. Okay. So I will just come back to you. I'll show it once again. I'll show the entire steps once again. But till then, what you can do is you can read as many comics as you want on the Amar Chitra Katha app, right? Which is basically the link which I have put in the chat. मैंने जो chat में link डाला हुआ है, आप उस पे click करके ये code डाल सकते हैं. If you put that code in, you will get a 7-day access to द अमर चित्रकथा ऐप. अमर चित्रकथा का ऐप जो है आप फोन पे डाउनलोड कर सकते हो, राइट? तो एंड्रॉइड फोन है तो प्ले स्टोर में जाके यू कैन डाउनलोड द ऐप, राइट? और अगर आपको लैपटॉप पे देखना है तो
What is the app name?
it's called ACK Comics, right? I'll put it down. I'll put down the links for. I'll put down the comic. This thing as well. ACK Comics, right, is on the Play Store. And if you want to read it on the computer, right, I'm going to put down the link for that as well. Right, I'm going to put down the link for that as well. It's called digital.amarchitrakatha.com. ठीक है? तो you can आप ऐप पे रीड कर सकते हो या आप digital.amarchitrakatha.com पे रीड कर सकते हो, right? आपको सिर्फ वो लिंक पे क्लिक करना है and you can click on that link and you should be able to, या आपको एक अकाउंट क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा वहां पे, राइट? ऐप पे अकाउंट क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा एंड फिर आप 7 दिन के लिए आप रीड कर सकते हो. यू कैन रीड एज मेनी बुक्स एज यू वांट. देयर आर मेनी बुक्स. जैसे जो नेवी का बुक था, राइट? वैसे बहुत सारे दूसरे बुक्स भी है. एंड जो कृष्णा और कालिया का बुक था, द कृष्णा कालिया बुक व्हिच वाज देयर, there are many of those as well. There are about 26 stories just of the ACK juniors में सिर्फ 26 stories है. उसके बाद there are over 350 comics, right? अमर चित्रकथा के ऐप पे. So you can read as many as you want in this 7-day period. Now, for those who are not able to complete the boat, right, I'm going to quickly but slowly show you all the steps once again, right? एक और बार मैं आपको steps दिखाता हूँ. Let's look at it. I have a different paper this time. First, right, take a square paper. Once you have a square paper, take the bottom to the opposite top corner. Okay, take one of the bottom corners to the opposite top corner and fold it. Yeah, open it and do it for the opposite, to the other corners. Yeah, do it for the other corners and open it. You should have a line like this and a line like this, making a cross in your square paper. Once you're done with that, turn it to make it a diamond shape, right? Point away from you and point towards you. Just 1 second. Yeah. Point away from you and point towards you, right? So with a point which is away from you, fold it to the center line. Okay, fold it in a triangle to the center line. So you're not folding it all the way till here. You're folding a triangle to the center line. Okay, like this. Like this. Yeah. Once you have done that, leave a little bit of space from the top and fold the triangle once again. I'll show it for you from the side. So you folded, this was like this, you folded this over here, after which leave a little bit of space from the top and fold the paper again. So it looks something like this. And last but not the least, you have this little triangle on top. Fold the little triangle on top as well into a tinier triangle. See, into a smaller triangle on the top. Your paper should look something like this. Yeah, excellent. Now, once your paper looks something like this, I want you all to fold the paper. Okay, fold it so that it looks something like this. You have a head and you have a tail. This is also a similar process we use to make parrots. Okay, origami parrots, just the head is a little bigger. So we have head and tail. Okay, now this step is important. Put it down, put your paper down so that the longest side, this long side, this open long side is towards you and the head is to the top. Okay, not like this. This is also a long side, but this means that the head is at the bottom. So not like this, right? The long open side is towards you and the head is at the top. Okay, once you're done with this, I want you all to make a small rectangle and fold it upwards. Okay, I'll show you from the side. Yeah, is basically this long side is supposed to be towards you. I'm just showing it to you from the side, right? Is like this, and we fold it upwards. Yeah, now this should look something like the boat that you're going to make, but we're not done yet. We still have a few more steps to go. We're not done yet. So this, now fold it on the opposite side, right? Fold it on the opposite side, and then fold it back onto this 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 side. Not too much, just a little bit. All right, so once you're done with that, open the paper. Yeah, so that this open thing is on top. But what I want you to do is turn it around. Now, on this paper which you have, you have the head on this side, right? You have the head on this side. You have the point on this side. And you have this line which is going over here. So there's a main line over here, and there is another line over here which goes in the center. Yeah, not in the center, but somewhere along the side. So it's creating this little thing over here. And there is this line on top, just this much. Yeah, which goes from here to the tip of the inside triangle. Okay, this is the part which you have to fold properly. Now, the way you're going to do this is, first, on the head side, you're going to pinch it. Okay, not fully, half. So small pinch, so that it comes up. Then you're going to take your thumb and your first finger, thumb and first finger, or thumb and second finger, whichever one you're most comfortable with. Right at that point where this line meets the inside smaller triangle, and the middle finger or the first finger goes on the outside, on the underside, sorry, right? And you have to push this down. Okay, it'll create a wave looking thing upwards. Okay, so I want you to push it down. Down. It's like a flick. Push down from here, push down with your thumb softly, push up with your finger softly. Okay. Once you're done with this step, you complete the pinch. These side things which are there, we close it, and this creates a nice little boat for us. Right now, you can decorate your boat in whatever way that you want. You can decorate your boat with whatever way that you want, right? But that is how we are going to create this. The second link is the same as the first link, guys. I just put it together. ACK Comics, right? ACK Comics app, digital.amarchitrakatha.com, right? You can go to either one of these, and you can go to the bit.ly link, right? And click on that and access it on your phone or on your computer, however you feel, whatever you feel better about. Yeah. So with that, we come to the end of our session, right? Thank you so very much, everyone. I hope you all had a good time. Did you all have fun? Yes. Can I get dancing thumbs ups if you all had fun? Wow. Excellent. Thank you so much, everyone. And I would like to give you all a huge round of applause for being such amazing students, right? And such a fantastic audience. And I would like you all to give each other a round of applause, right? For being amazing audience members. Can you give yourselves a round of applause? Right? And I would like to give the people who are watching on Facebook or wherever they were watching, I would like to give you all a round of applause for watching this entire session. Thank you so much. And with that, ma'ams, I am done. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sir Prateek. That was absolutely fabulous session. I truly enjoyed it, and I'm sure the children did too. We could easily make that out from their faces and their enjoyment.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah. So now I request Rivaz from class 3 to give the vote of thanks. Rivaz?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am Alina. Jai Gurudev to everyone. My name is Srivat Sharma from class 3. As we come to the end of the program, I take this opportunity to thank all the dignitaries for the wonderful session on wonderful world of Amar Chitra Katha. I enjoy reading Amar Chitra Katha. I love to read mythological stories, and with colorful pictures, it looks even more interesting. Thank you, sir, for telling us more about it. I am sure this session will motivate everyone to read. We would like to thank the SSRVM Trust members, the technical support, Ma'am Sulakshana and her team for arranging this festival. Thank you.